Just waking up from a nice dream. Bitcoin pumping on a live stream. Smile shine brighter than a high beam. Ever seen live trading on a widescreen? Bitcoin showing you the steps to own it. We got the alpha, I bet you want it. I'm having fun, send a lecture on it. Randy, put a little extra on it.
It's mutable and decentralized. No censorship or hard cap supply. It's open source and we classify the blockchain secure, and that's exactly why. It's hard money with a new plan. It bounced a lot like this new jam. The Bitcoin dip, then we ain't gon' trip. I'ma be bullish on you, fam.
I'm a Bitcoin bestie. You gotta love it. 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 I'm a Bitcoin bestie. You gotta love it.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to the Daily Zest. I'm your host, Randi Hipper, here today on a lovely Friday. And yes, I said Friday because it's time to celebrate the week because we worked so hard to now sit back, relax, talk about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. And boy, do we have a lot going on. We have like KCB Bank, we have Belarus, we have people flocking to Bitcoin in Iran. And again, there's so many articles on this. It needs to be shared. The world needs Bitcoin. We also have some tokenization going on. Coinbase CEO still going off about the whole crypto market structure bill. That was just a complete debauchery. CME Group is also doing some stuff. We have some Ripple news. We have Bank of America fearing for their industry. Oh, we already knew this is how they felt, but now it's actually in writing, confirming everything we've been saying on this podcast. We also have coins to watch, so if you're ready for the Zest, the news, the education, smash the like, subscribe, share this out with friends. We have a goal of 150 likes, 150 live viewers, and a subscriber goal of 25,000 subscribers. We are at 24,820. We have 180 subscribers to go until 25,000. So if you are on TikTok, Rumble, X, anywhere that is not YouTube, please go to YouTube and subscribe. We just gained one as I was talking. We love that. So we're at 179 now. Wow. Yay. This is beautiful. All right. And again, the goal is 25,000 subs before my birthday, which is 1 month from today on February 16th. I'm so excited. We also have a goal in the chat for me to get a burger or a sushi roll this weekend. And Peace has contributed to my food fund. And he said, in this world, you will have trouble, but take heart. I have overcome the world, which is John 16:13. And we get a nice amen for that one. Thank you. Laser's also becoming a member of the Zesty fam, which, thank you. And it brings me to my point about the Discord after show, guys. We are going to be live on Discord, as we are every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but Wednesdays and Fridays are for members only. So please go ahead and get in there.
Thank you.
Oh.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Wait.
You also must be ready, because the Son of Man will come at an hour when you do not expect him. Luke 12:40 NIV.
You know what? Because yesterday I was at a revival and it was so good. And there was something close to that. The one line that I got last night was, an indecisive mind produces an unstable heart. That was so good. And it was in reference to the rich young ruler story. But an indecisive mind produces an unstable heart. And that is just... yeah, it's just like, you have to, like, the whole battle is fear and faith. And I feel like fear definitely comes through a lot. And I think fear rules over a lot of people's lives. But the only thing more powerful than fear is hope. And so we have hope for a better world. And we are working towards a better world because we're actually going to do it. So with that, please smash the like, subscribe, and share. Say good morning to me as I say good morning to you. And shout out to our two amazing sponsors of the show, Cake Wallet and Market Cipher. Use code ZESTY for 15% off at checkout. You can double check if code GOLD still works. And you'll get 40% off if you're one of the first 40 people to use it. All right, let's say good morning to everyone. We got Doge Bull, Mike Volmer, Silver Days, Jesse. Thank you to Black Hat as always. Pieces on every platform. Both the Bulls are here. Alex Kaimana. Who else we got? One House, good morning. Aquarian is here. Fitz, good morning, as he has super chatted some wisdom as well. Yukio is on X with Mike Mazzone. Who else we got here?
You're
Oh,
welcome. Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you.
wait, guys,
Here's
come on.
to a
I put this
juicy
up as a
burger.
joke.
Hamburger emoji.
I put it up as a joke. I thought you guys were going to laugh about it. Oh my gosh, thank you for my burger. I appreciate it. Your birthday's exactly 2 months after mine. We love that. Remember, for 13 months. Hi, Ray K. We got Craig in the chat. America. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Bobby F, Mr. Flex, Andy S. Oh my gosh, I'm going to get a burger or a sushi roll. I don't know which one it's going to be. 2 pockets, Zools is asking. Oh, actually, this dress doesn't have pockets. I wish it did, though. That would be kind of clutch. Right, Ian? It would be clutch. Lasers, good morning. Everyone, good morning. It's so nice to see you. Purple Blue, what's up? We got Ivan Hernandez. All righties. Alexandra G, my G is here. Sharky said, well, he's watching at work with no sound, so he can't even hear me saying good morning to him. That's so funny. Mark Smithson, good morning. Drig, we got, I think I said hi to Ray K. Casper, good morning on Rumble. Guys, Rumble, there is a wallet thing now on Rumble for Bitcoin, Tether, and Tether Gold. Derek, good morning. Mark over there on TikTok, good morning. Hello, everybody. Be careful what I ask for, even if it's a burger. Even if it's a burger. I love burgers. Guys, I've been thinking about Shake Shack for weeks. This guy keeps going in the chat on TikTok and saying this, like, I don't even know what he's saying it for.
Set
Who
it up as
cares?
a joke. I ain't kidding.
Yeah, you ain't kidding. I was just like, how would people feel if I put up a burger fund? All right, guys, I'm gonna get a burger or a sushi roll this weekend. I want to like go to Shake Shack though. You know what I mean? Like, or not even Shake Shack. I don't know. I think Shake Shack. That might be what I need in my life. Like, I just want like a freaking greasy burger. That's all I want. You know, that's just what I need in my life. Hello, Wick. What burger joint should sponsor me? I don't know, man. That's a really good question. Anyway, about nothing. We'll move on. Five Guys. I've been thinking about Five Guys too. I'm not gonna lie. It's freaking good. Their Cajun fries. Mwah. Oh, fantastic. Okay. Market recap. That's what we're here for, is like the market and stuff. We have Dash up 10%. Chili's is still spicing up that 6.5%. We're looking okay. Otherwise, Polygon is having a little bit of a pullback. Looking at Bitcoin, Bitcoin is 95,000 to, oh, whoa, y'all.
Burger. Fish bait belongs in the B boat.
Oh my gosh, y'all. Wait, you guys are getting me a burger. That's so nice. Oh, I'm so excited. So excited. I do have a steak and shake right here too. I love steak and shake. Steak and shake. It's yummy. You know, Steak and Shake is a really good buffalo sauce. Like, I'm a big lover of buffalo. Like, if you give me buffalo sauce, I'll just drink it. It's fine, literally. Dave Digital, I see you, bro. I see you, Dave. Anyways, please smash a like and share. We're supposed to be talking about the market, and we're fanning over burgers. So you want a burger? Okay. I don't even know where to get one. I'm so excited. Okay, guys. $95,000 Bitcoin. We are now 0.36% of overwhelmed because I want a burger. All right, I'm overwhelmed. Guys, I'm a little overwhelmed. Okay. I can't wait. I think I need to collect myself for a minute. Why am I so excited over a burger? Simple things in life. I probably should grill one on my own too, but I kind of just want, you know? Anyway. 95K. We have 93 as our bearish scenario. Bullish again is that 97 resistance. And this is what I kept saying to you, is that if we hold support or burst through 97, we might go straight to that 200-day SMA. I'm going to stick to it because it's playing out right now. Our little like cup and handle somewhat played out too. I don't really know if this counts. I'm going to say it doesn't. But like the thought process was there. Like, and it still played out pretty well. The volume profile is looking pretty decent here on Bitcoin, especially because the volume keeps going up. Looking at market Cipher again, that green wave is going. We also have the VWAP that is pulling back. We don't want to go below that zero line, fam, because if we do, that's not the best thing in the world. However, it's not the worst, only because, again, you can look at the RSI. The momentum's pulling back a little bit, but looking at the RSI, again, pulling back. I wanted to pull back at least here, but we went below it. That's good. I think that's even better than what I had in mind because, again, pulling back even more, again, resets us a little bit and it gives us more room to go up. So I'm all good with this. Chop it up. I want the RSI to chop it up for a little bit and have a major explosion. That would make my heart very, very warm and fluffy. Now, we are going into some breaking news headlines, guys. We have a lot of stuff going on here, and we have Belgian friends. I don't know if Jim is watching the show today. Jim is our Belgian friend. He said good morning to me today. And we appreciate all of our Belgian friends. We appreciate every friend everywhere because we have a million friends from all around the world. Ain't that right? Alexandra G, my G, gave you burger stickers. You guys are making me so happy right now. This is a little ridiculous. It's a little ridiculous. Break that news. You got it, Bobby Flash. Guys, KBC Bank, we're going to check this out for our Belgian friends, and it is going to be beautiful. I'm just really excited. I'm in a really good mood now because I know I might get a burger this weekend. Guys, KBC Bank, take a gander. It's one of Belgium's largest banks. They're set to roll out Bitcoin and ETH trading to retail investors next month via its own custodial solution and investment platform. From my birthday on February 16th, KBC customers will be able to buy and sell crypto assets through online investment platform Bolero, according to the bank announcement. They said this will enable the self-directed investors, interesting phrasing right there, in Belgium to invest in crypto within a secure and fully regulated environment, a first in Belgium. They launched in compliance with the EU's MiCA regulation that KBC's crypto trading would trade on the bank's proprietary custodial architecture, according to the announcement, which again, they're not going to let it go too far. But here's an announcement here saying, starting on February 16th, Belgian retail investors will be able to trade crypto assets through Bolero in a secure, regulated environment. It'll be conducted under the European MiCA regulations, which provide a framework for crypto service providers. KBC is the first Belgian bank to meet these requirements and has submitted a full CASP, crypto asset service provider notification, to the competent authority under which the crypto asset service in question may be offered. So again, all the disclosures here. Eric Lutz, the Chief Innovation Officer at KBC Group, says by offering the opportunity to purchase and sell crypto within a regulated framework, we are making innovation concrete and accessible. And at the same time, we're demonstrating that KBC remains ready to assume its role as an innovator in a market where new players are rapidly evolving. Again, the FOMO is happening with these institutions. They initially announced plans to offer Bitcoin and ETH trading via Bolero back in July, pending regulatory approval that was expected by the end of the year, which now is coming through. And so Bitcoin and ETH over at KBC. So all of you beautiful Belgian friends, you could get your waffles and you could go and get your Bitcoins from KBC. Like, guys, that's so nice. I want a Belgian waffle. Guys, I think I need to go to Belgium. I need to visit our friends over there. Also, Alexandra G by G with my favorite sticker too. Thank you. I appreciate it. Oh my gosh. Guys, you're bringing up all the burgers in the chat. You're killing me. You're killing me right now. Guys, where am I going to get my burger this weekend? Oh, we have 69 live viewers. Interesting. Please smash the like, subscribe, and share. We're going to keep getting after it here. We have Belarus next. They're creating a legal framework for crypto banks. Again, you're seeing the trad banks trying to get some Bitcoin and ETH trading in Belgium. Now you've got Belarus that's looking to hop in on the action as well. We'll take a look at this. Belarus has introduced a legal framework for so-called crypto banks, formally integrating digital asset activity into the country's regulated banking system under direct state oversight. Now, the Belarusian President Alexander Lukashenko signed Decree number 19, defining how crypto banks may operate and what conditions they must meet. The decree positions crypto banks as a joint stock company, authorized to combine token-based operations with trad banking, payments, and related financial services. So it seems like they're giving them quite a headway here.
Just in case you want some fries. With
Wait,
that,
y'all,
hamburger
with the
emoji.
fries? David with the fries. Wait, guys, I really do want fries. If it's Five Guys, it's Cajun fries. If it's anything else, I want cheese fries. But you know what's really good that I have not had in a long time is disco fries from a diner. Cheese fries with a fat thing of gravy. Basically poutine in a way. But your girl could go for that too. Your girl could go for that too. We're focusing on crypto news. What are we doing? Rather than creating a parallel sector for crypto, the framework ties digital asset activity to existing financial oversight mechanisms and infrastructure. See, they're doing all that in Belarus. Meanwhile, in the US, we're freaking worried about what Donald Trump's third cousin is doing in crypto. I mean, this is ridiculous. Now, we're going to skew back into the United States as I continue my spicy way of life. Hello, people on TikTok. If you're on TikTok, say hello. Say hello to me on TikTok. Yes, I know Ron. I know Ron. Ron is not happy about regulation with state oversight. This is the battle we have, Mr. Ron, because at the same time, we have to step back and realize what goes on with Bitcoin and crypto. Bitcoin and this whole space essentially is permissionless. We have no right whatsoever to give anybody permission to enter this space, and that includes governments and institutions. Is it what exactly we want? No. But is it going to happen? Yes. And we just have to live with that and just do what we could, which is being our own bank and having, custody of our crypto. That's it. So we go back to the fundamentals on this channel for sure. But news is news. We report. I don't think that's true either, Ron, that people only care about price going up. I don't think that's true. Of course, that's a lot of people because people are inherently greedy and they want to make money. Here's the thing. There are a lot of people, which we're going to dive in for our spotlight, which is Iran, that are using Bitcoin and crypto as all of these protests are sparking. You need money that belongs to you, that's transportable, that's discreet. Oh, yeah, Gentle. Hello. Hello, Jimmy. Hello, everyone. Did anything happen with the Clarity Act? We'll jump into that in one moment. I'm going to go to West Virginia first because lawmakers introducing a bill to allow the state to have crypto investments. This is another major move by the states. Each state is kind of doing its own thing when it comes to crypto regulation, whether that's a Bitcoin strategic reserve, digital asset reserve, buying crypto for retirement, whatever that may be. So we're going to take a look at what West Virginia is doing. We haven't really heard anything from them. So this is new. West Virginia State Senator Chris Rose has proposed legislation amending the state's code to allow the Treasury to invest in precious metals, certain digital assets, and stable coins. Again, it comes back to the market cap, which we'll do some comparisons in just a moment. But there was a bill introduced in West Virginia where Rose proposed that the state's Board of Treasury be allowed to invest in precious metal, digital assets, in a market cap of more than $750 billion from the previous calendar year and stablecoins. Now, the bill is called the Inflation Protection Act, which is, I think, a pretty great name. If passed and signed into law, it would give the state's treasury exposure to Bitcoin, the only crypto to meet that market cap requirement. Again, some states are different. This state is doing $750 billion. There are other states that have $500 billion. And so we are slowly approaching that with ETH. I mean, ETH is almost 400. So we'll see what happens here. But definitely Bitcoin is the number one, though they are not saying they're only going to stick to Bitcoin, which means that the states are preparing for a bull run down the road where they know there's going to be other cryptocurrencies that meet that market cap requirement, and they're going to want to get their little hands on it. Now, here's the nitty gritty. According to the text of the bill, any digital asset acquired by the state's treasury could be held by a qualified custodian, an in-exchange traded product, an ETP or an ETF, or through a secure custody solution. Any stablecoins acquired would need to be received or have received regulatory approval from the government or individual state governments. Because again, the Genius Act only goes so far. And there's a requirement of like $14 billion that an issuer needs to have to be able to issue a stablecoin in the country, which again, you could say is unfair to a degree. And it kind of takes out a lot of people and stifles people that maybe want to get started. They don't have the 14 billion yet. We'll see. But that also is why a lot of states are issuing their own stable coin. So we know Wyoming, we just spoke about it, has their own Wyoming stable coin that people can use. Best burgers are barbecued. That's facts. You know what's also really good? Just barbecue in general. some ribs. I like the ribs with mac and cheese and cornbread. Full send. Full darn send. I'll be a happy little camper with that. Now, today I think I'm a little hungry right now, guys. Senate Dems are pursuing a Friday meeting with crypto industry leaders as we figure out what is happening with these bills. Because again, it is a little ridiculous what's happening here with the Clarity Act. It ain't bringing no clarity. It's just bringing more smoke, more mirrors, and trying to obliterate this industry yet again, which, oh wow, I'm very shocked at how poor this bill was. Very poor. Now, representatives of the crypto industry are going to reopen talks with the Senate Dems on Friday, so today, with the call scheduled less than 2 days after the 11th hour postponement of the committee, meaning, again, it was the last darn minute. They were supposed to vote on this, and they canceled it. Well, thank God, because this was a horrible bill. Thursday marked a step back after Wednesday's late-night cancellation of the Senate Banking Committee's planned markup of the bill, which, again, Coinbase walked away from. But as it stood, some Dems and also a few Republicans were said to be resistant to the draft, making the committee work uncertain, even with the high-profile withdrawal of support from Coinbase. Now, the Dems from both the Banking Panel and the Senate Agriculture Committee are set to be involved in the Friday call, which would also include some of the organizations that advocate for crypto policy in Washington. Now, I know Coinbase said they were going to keep chatting with them. Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong said they opposed the bill because they wanted to protect consumers, which, yes, we actually went over that initial post, which, again, important. He said the high-level principle is that you can't really have banks come in and try and kill their competition at the expense of the American consumer. Freaking Brian! We love Brian Armstrong. Put a crown on this man's head because he is so correct. What? This bill was absolutely horrid because the banks don't give you, a lot of them do not give you interest on your money. They do not. Yet, what happens? They tell all these politicians and they pay them so that way they have the whole perspective, which is a paid perspective, of saying stable coins are bad. Crypto is bad. Why? Because people could go on Coinbase and go on these other exchanges, get their USDC, and, have a good time and earn some interest. That's what people want, but the bank said no. And within the Clarity Act, they literally wanted to say no to stablecoin yield because the banks know they are trash. Sorry, it's true. And Bank of America is shivering in their darn boots right now because the CEO of Bank of America said the quiet part out loud, which Gary Gensler already told us in the last admin, which is that stablecoins could drain trillions of dollars of bank deposits. It makes sense. I'd rather have a stablecoin in my wallet that I could use on a day-to-day basis rather than relying on the magical internet money that's in my bank account. It doesn't exist. It's not there. It is not there. So look at this. Thank you, Michael Cartwright, by the way, for the memberships. Bank of America CEO Brian Moynihan said his bank would be fine if stablecoins became a larger part of mainstream finance, but warned that the broader banking system could be harmed by the possibility of a $6 trillion in deposits moving into stablecoins and stablecoin-linked products offering yield-like returns, as these could reduce lending capacity and push up borrowing costs. Oh, are you scared? Are you scared, little Moynihan, Brian? Are you scared? Are you scared? Are you gonna scream? You gonna cry? Well, cry harder. Because we see the fallacies in the trad system. It makes sense. And that's why they don't like the Genius Act. That's why they do like the Genius Act, so the banks could create their own stable coins and clip you up and button you into their system and not let you out because it's a glorified CBDC when you have deposit tokens, because that's what the banks are going to use. They don't classify them as stable coins. They classify them as deposit tokens, and that is a trap. Now, Again, they don't like anything. That's why even in the Clarity Act, which is why Coinbase was like, oh, bro, we don't like this because the banks are trying to rule out stable coins so that way they could just maintain their dominance. Nobody freaking cares about the banking system no more. We literally saw this in 2023 when all these bank failures were happening and people were waiting outside the bank like it was freaking Black Friday at Best Buy in 2008 because they knew, oh, there's a possibility I can't get my money out of the bank. My magical app does not work. So what do? This is why stable coins. Because even if you are nervous about keeping your money in Bitcoin or keeping your money in other assets because they'll fluctuate in price, well, then you got a stable coin so it's pegged and you actually have access to it all the time. Nobody can take it from you. Nobody. So yeah. The Bank of America CEO is worried. And even Gary Gensler was asked by Tom Emmer, hey, Gary, bro, is the reason for Operation Choke Point 2.0 because you and your boys from the banks, because Gary Gensler was a Goldman bro, is it because you know that people are withdrawing millions and billions of dollars from the banks every day and putting it into Bitcoin? He couldn't answer the question because, yes, it's true. People rather have a freaking asset that has a finite supply that you could own that nobody can take. I rather know that I have money in a wallet that if the bank says, Randy, we don't like you anymore, go fly a kite. Well, at least I could go fly a freaking kite and buy a kite with my Bitcoin. And again, look, the Bank of America CEO throwing a tantrum. And that's the bigger concern that we've all expressed to Congress, saying that deposits aren't just plumbing, they are funding. If deposits move out of banks, lending capacity shrinks and banks could have to rely more on wholesale funding, which comes at a cost. That in turn could raise borrowing costs, with smaller and mid-sized businesses likely feeling the impact first. Oh, so you don't get to steal our money and move it elsewhere? Got it. I got it. Oh, that is ridiculous. That is so ridiculous. You see how bad the banking system is, that they're literally crying for help. Please don't take your money out of the banks because then everything's going to fail. Weakness was exposed here. I hope people understand that. Hope people understand about all the weakness. Speaking of stable coins, we do have Interactive Brokers, very popular. I always saw the ads for them on CNBC. You look at Interactive Brokers, all the trad bros from Interactive Brokers. They're accepting USDC deposits and soon Ripple's RLUSD. This is actually pretty big news. This is pretty big news. Interactive Brokers said on Thursday that eligible clients can now fund brokerage accounts using stablecoins, offering 24/7 deposits with near instant processing, unlocking quick global market access. Now, the NASDAQ-listed broker said that clients can send dollar-pegged stablecoin USDC from a crypto wallet to a secure wallet provided through a collab with digital asset infrastructure provider Zero Hash. They plan to add support for RLUSD, PayPal's PYUSD next week, expanding beyond USDC. I wonder if they're going to go for Tether too. Milan Galik, the CEO of Interactive Brokers, said stablecoin funding provides international investors with the speed and flexibility required in today's markets. Clients can transfer funds and begin trading within minutes while also reducing transaction costs. Wow! So they made a good, logical decision. Love that. There is a small fee with conversions, though. There's a 0.3% fee per deposit, minimum fee of $1. I would say that's not that bad. And again, accessibility, timely, all of it. Absolutely love it. CME Group, also big news today. They are going to have Cardano, Chainlink, and Stellar futures. This is also very, very big because institutions want in on the money. They see the money. And you know what? They're buying everything so cheap right now. This is cheap. All of this is cheap. I don't think people understand how undervalued we are. Bitcoin is severely undervalued. People don't get it. Few. You know what? That's a tweet. That's a darn tweet. I'm writing. I'm putting that in the draft. Bitcoin is undervalued. Few understand this. Yeah, that's hitting the draft. That's hitting the draft. I might have to put that out later, depending on my mood. But CME Group, which is the world's largest derivative exchange, they're going to roll out futures contracts listed to Cardano, Chainlink, Stellar, a sign of growing investor demand for regulated altcoin risk management tools. Now, these new contracts are set to go live on February 9th, pending regulatory approval, to offer micro and standard sizes to suit both retail and institutional investors. Trying to get that retails. Cardano futures contracts will carry 100,000 tokens in the standard version and 10,000 in the micro. Chainlink futures are sized at 5,000 tokens for the standard contracts, 250 for the micro. Stellar futures for the standard contract is 250,000 tokens, 12,500 in the micros. Giovanni Vicioso, CME Group head of cryptocurrency products, announced that given crypto's record growth over the last year, clients are looking for trusted, regulated products to manage price risk, as well as additional tools to gain exposure to this dynamic market. Oh yeah, people want the money. They know. Are you guys a fan of Cardano? Are you a fan of Stellar? Are you a fan of Chainlink? Let me know in the chat. We do. What emojis do we have? We have the Cardano emoji. Spam the Cardanos. Driftman, burgers one a week. You know, I should probably have a burger a week. I think that's good for my health. Guys, do you think I should have a burger once a week? One or yes emoji, two or no emoji. Do you think I should have a burger once a week? That might have to be a thing. Oh my gosh, No is here. Hi, No.
A potato flew around my room before you came.
No, did you see the debate with Peter Schiff? I would like to know your thoughts on that. If you guys have not yet, before we get into our spotlight of the show, I want y'all to be watching this with me and Peter Schiff. We're almost at 300 likes over here on YouTube. Guys, if we hit 300 likes, your girl's a very happy camper. Guys, 11 more likes. Pamp that up. Please smash the likes if you haven't already. We are getting there. Let's keep commenting on it too. If you haven't commented, please comment on it because that'll let the algo know that people are still watching and feed it to people. So, all right. Oh my gosh, this is so exciting, guys. Guys, I think I'm gonna get a burger. Is Twitter down? I could go check for you. Oh, wait, y'all. Wait, guys, I think you are correct, Rippletron. Is that your name? I can't see. It's so small. Mr. Ripple, I believe it is because my stuff is not refreshing. Oh my gosh, guys, what are we going to do if Twitter's down? I'm getting withdrawals already. Guys, I can't tweet my every thought right now. This is ridiculous. P says it's working. Okay. All right. I guess it's not working for me then. Maybe it's working on web and not on mobile, perhaps. Guys, the world needs Bitcoin, and that's what we're going to talk about because that's what's really on my heart right now. So we gotta spread it to the world. Bitcoin is needed by the world, and you know, Bitcoin doesn't need anyone. We need Bitcoin. That's the story. Your highlight starts now. Guys, the Iranian rial has tanked. It blew up. Literally like kaboom. Kaboom for real. Literally is worthless. Now, 2 weeks ago, that wasn't the case, but now it is. So what do you do in that situation? Which is a big portion of my debate with Peter Schiff, which he was so ignorant on, was if you are in a war zone, you want Bitcoin. I'm not carrying my few gold freaking coins in my backpack. That is ridiculous. You want something discreet. You want something that nobody can take. That is Bitcoin. Even if you don't have your phone, you could keep it in your noggin. So let's not get ridiculous here. Let's not be ignorant of the fact that people need Bitcoin in times of currency collapse, ridiculous inflation. and the WAR word. Monero as well. I need a lot more members to get the emoji, just so you know. Like, we don't have nearly enough members to do it. But if we get, like, a lot of memberships, I think we'll be able to do it. But I can't add any more right now. But everyone needs Bitcoin. And even Peter Schiff himself claims that the dollar is going to collapse. So what do you need? Something that's impartial of centralized entities, of governments. No government controls Bitcoin. No government determines its value. No government can take it from you. No government can keep printing it to infinity. There will only ever be 21 million Bitcoin. Iranians know this. They're stashing it. They're also using BitChat because the internet is done. So how do you transact and move money or communicate when there's no internet? Bluetooth. So you get on BitChat, you have encrypted messages, and you can send Bitcoin back and forth. This is important. They're also using it in Uganda, as Uganda is also having an internet problem. It's probably back today, but leading up to Thursday, it was not, because there was an election. So a few days before the election in Uganda, they cut the internet. That is ridiculous to me. Take a look at this. As Iran's government clamped down on recent street protests, locals took direct custody of their Bitcoin, highlighting the cryptocurrency's decentralized, censorship-resistant appeal. Beginning on December 28th, street demonstrations rocked across multiple cities in Iran against the Islamic Republic government and a deepening economic crisis marked by rampant inflation and a currency collapse. Now, when the protests started up until January 8th, when Iran imposed an internet blackout, blockchain intelligence firm Chainalysis observed a notable increase in transactions, withdrawing Bitcoin from Iranian exchanges to unknown personal wallets. The most telling is the surge in withdrawals from Iranian exchanges to unattributed personal Bitcoin wallets. This surge suggests that Iranians are taking possession of Bitcoin at a markedly higher rate during protests than they were beforehand. Of course. Again, the Iranian rial is kaput. It is done. And the other day when I reported on it originally, one Bitcoin was worth 106 billion rials. Billion! The IRR is dead. There's a lot of other currencies that are going through the same path. Why? Because fiat currency is designed to fail and enslave you. That is what it's about. So protect yourself. The United States is not exempt from this. Go and do the math. Go and look at inflation. Go and look at when even my parents were younger and they were going to McDonald's and $1 lasted them at least 4 different freaking visits. Now you're lucky if anything's $1. Now you go to McDonald's and the freaking bun is thicker than the patty. The patty you can't even see. It's probably, oh my gosh, I'm not even going to go into my McDonald's rant. But why? Why have people been working for generations for the dollar, for them to just print it and devalue everything we've worked for? This is ridiculous. And so when you look at government like the Iranian regime that is absolutely violent and tyrannical, you want to opt out of their system. Don't give them liquidity. Do not give them liquidity. You're giving them power by using the rial, by using all of these currencies that just downright devalue you as a human. And I mean that seriously, because you want something that respects your time and your energy. When you have your time and energy, you get rewarded with money for your hard work, right? At a job. But then, 20 years later, that money is like, worth 40 to 50% less. Well, why? That's ridiculous. You want to have purchasing power. So yes, $1 could still buy some Bitcoin. That's true. And we're lucky that is the case. Because again, you could always opt out. But when you're in a situation like the Iranians, it's hard to do that. So you want to make sure that you always have an exit plan. You always have something else. People are like, don't put your eggs in one basket. People are putting their eggs all in the bank. and all these other platforms that can just shut you off. Remember when Roaring Kitty was popping off in the last year? When he came back, he resurged, and he was making money off of GameStop and AMC. E-Trade was thinking about shutting down his account, or Ameritrade, one of those platforms, were thinking about shutting down his account. Why was that? Because he had too much power and influence, and people were pumping the market, which, again, the hedge funds weren't ready for because they didn't make all the money there. So then they started holding stocks. This is a game. It is a controlled game that only certain people are allowed to win. And Bitcoin and crypto is for the everyday people, for the people, by the people. Are there institutions here? Yes. Are there governments here? Yes. But are everyday people here too? Yes. And is it helping people and potentially saving lives in places like Iran? Yes. And for anyone to say that it's not relevant, like Schiff was telling me it's not relevant to me, of course it's relevant to me because I care about humanity and people's lives. And so it's relevant for them, so it's relevant for me. I love people. I want people to prosper. That is what the show is about. That is what my whole adventure here is about with you. All of us together are here for a mission, and that is to change the world. And the way we change the world is by fixing the money. Because if we opt out of these systems, like Bank of America's CEO Brian Moynihan was literally crying about, is because if we opt out of their system, it's less power for them. Which means they can't charge us all these crazy interest rates on credit cards if we find a different alternative. Which means that they can't just say, oh, we don't like you, we're shutting down your bank account for no reason. Because, yes, it doesn't happen right now as much because this administration is here. But let's say there's another administration that comes in and the banks are like, oh, we could go gung-ho on banning people again because we don't agree with them. You think that's right? No. This is America, life, liberty, and property. Where did that go? Where did that go? So, yeah, to me, it's also the right to bear arms. We have a right to bear arms in here in the United States of A. We have the right to bear arms. That should include Bitcoin because Bitcoin is what's defending me from the tyranny of the traditional financial system. Add it to the freaking Constitution. Add it to everything. Add it to every single document we have in the United States. Add it on. The right to self-custody your Bitcoin because it is just as important as bearing arms. Because money is a weapon in the fact that, again, if you have purchasing power, you could make decisions on your own without other people's approval, which means that if you are being oppressed and you have purchasing power to get out of a situation and be able to reach other people, yes, that's a weapon, but of peace. There is no weapon you need to defend Bitcoin. All you got to do is use it as a tool to do good. And that's it. And that's it. So I went off, but it's necessary because I'm a patriot. I love the United States. I love the world. I love people. And you don't gotta be an American to be a patriot. You could be a patriot because you love the inalienable human rights that every single human being on this earth is entitled to. Again, which is life, liberty, property, period. We also have coins to watch. Did you know we did that segment? Yeah. Dash is the biggest gainer here, up 13%. Chili's is up 6.9%. Sky's up 5.3%. Nexo up 3.5%. Story up 3.3%. Finally rebounding a little bit. Matic is down 8%. We have Zcash down 6.6%. Aptos down 5.6%. Pengu down 5.5%. And WorldCoin down 5.8%. Now, again, Bitcoin's still hovering below that 95K. 93 is where you want to hold support. Again, 97 is a major obstacle. We are below that $3,300 ETH again, hitting a wall here as well. Again, as long as we're above 3K, I'm good with it. Money flow is still happening. We're still looking good. Litecoin, oh, no, not happy about below $74 Litecoin. We're looking at $64 as our bear scenario again. But this is like bottom signal energy. Again, this is the lowest price we've seen for Litecoin since April of last year. This is good. This is good because when we were here last time, where did we go? Almost $150. What did we hit? 140? No, not even 134. Still, We weren't that far off. Weren't that far off. I think we're looking overall good. We're looking swell, my friends. I am not scared. I am a passionate individual that loves everybody. And we are also jumping in to a Discord after show. So please jump in there and become a member of the channel so that way you could get yourself into this after show. We're going to talk about burgers. The divine... Oh, wait, what? Okay. Reward yourself, Randy, with the burger for all you do. Oh, thank you. I mean, listen, man, I really want a burger. Is XRP going down? I could check the chart for you. We could do that. Hold on. XRP today is $2.03. We are down, my friend, 2.1%. We want to hold support at that $1.83. Again, your bullish scenarios at $2.56, 200-day SMA. Red dot has been printed. We're not seeing the best of signals here, but again, we're going into the weekend. Usually it's choppy over the weekend. So I wouldn't stress it. But what I would stress to the community is that we're trying to get 25,000 subscribers. So Mr. King, 501 Blues over there on TikTok, go to YouTube for your girl. Link is in bio. And I really would love 25,000 subscribers for my birthday, which is 1 month away. 25,000 subs for your girl's birthday. So we're at 24,825. We have 175 left. So are you gonna participate? 501 Blue said yes. Mr. King, say yes. Did you subscribe? Subscribe. I want to see these numbers. I'm just pressuring you. It's okay. But still, we have 175 subscribers left. I am so excited. But hop into the after show. It's going to be a good time. If you haven't yet, please go and watch my debate with Peter Schiff. You see how angry he is here? Look at his face. He's like dumbfounded. Me and him had so many arguments. I was sitting there like, oh boy. I was shaking my head a little bit. Like, look, look at my face, bro. I was like, bruh, are you serious? I was like, bro, what? So please go ahead and watch that. It's a very interesting episode. I had a lot of people chatting with me about it. I deserve Bitboy numbers. That's nice. I appreciate that, lasers. We have kind of like a little yeah, we have a little bit of a shadow item with the U of the tubes, so there's nothing I can do. But we are still getting after it. It's not as bad as it was before. We are still getting a lot of viewers on Rumble. We have X, we have TikTok, we got Facebook, Kick, Twitch, all these different platforms. We have 10 more likes for 100. Please smash the likes. Okay, we're gonna get after it, guys. We are gonna go right into this Discord, guys. So please go ahead and get into Discord. It's gonna be a really good time. I appreciate you guys. Again, 25,000 subscribers. You did it, 501. I saw the two of you. I see it. Yeah, 501 Blue. We're doing clapping noises for you on YouTube. Yeah, Mr. King got us. Yeah. Thank you, Sir King. I appreciate it. Thank you, guys. 501 Blue. Oh my God, you gave me a cute little gift. I love those little lights. Thank you. All right, guys. We're getting after it. Hi, James. Guys. We're going to get 25,000 subscribers soon. Your girl's going to throw a freaking party. All right. Thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate every single one of you. Stay blessed. We are going into Discord right now. Smash the like, subscribe, share this out with friends, and I will see you on Monday. We're also going to have a very interesting podcast on Monday. I'm going to make an announcement on Monday. It's going to be a big one too. I should have said this at the beginning of the show. I'm a little bit of a dude to do. Guys, I have a big announcement like on Monday that like I'm a part of something that's going to be ridiculous. And I can't wait because again, like I need obviously community help with it. I don't know how far this can go, but it's really up to you guys and you'll know what I mean on Monday, but I'm making a major announcement on Monday. That's the plan. So I'm going to have the Daily Zest and then I'm going to have a 2 p.m. podcast on Monday with that announcement. So you're going to want to hear it. So smash the like, subscribe, share it out. You want to keep my notifications on. Hop into Discord right now. We're going to go hang out. Happy Friday. And as always, stay zesty. Peace. Mwah. Bye.